Okay, we're about to start this year as we got back to where we were. Hey guys, it's Come here and we are back for more Sonic Origins Plus. Last time we started on Tails Adventure and I was pretty confused on what to do, and this time we continuing on that with more confusion. And you probably figured it out by now, but you don't hear any audio in the background. That's because I am doing an audio commentary on this. So that's why, and oh my god. Okay. It's going. Just hard to tell if it's going or not when there's no audio. Because it's actually, because I had several three takes or so of me just trying to figure out what to do, and I was just so confused and so what I did was I looked up one of the codes you used to continue, and one of them was get everything unlocked, all the abilities and stuff unlocked after you beat the first stage, and so I used that, and that way I didn't have to replay for too much to get back to where we were, and for the most part it works just fine. At first it worked just fine here, and now we're getting up to a boss fight. But yeah, however, it was shortly, sometime after this it was after this boss fight I was completely lost and wasn't sure what to do next. So yeah, that's unfortunate. So my plan now is that for next time I will be recording, recording live, and I use the other one of the cheat codes that has all the stages unlocked except for the final stage unlocked, and we'll just go for stage by stage there, pretty much to the end, because this game's already just confusing as it is, and having all the stuff unlocked but still having to get through the stages just makes it feel even more confusing. And if they told you at the beginning, hey, you need to use these items here in order to clear the stage, then maybe I wouldn't have minded as much, but they don't in this version. So that's why. And I don't have any music on in the background to make things interesting, because I just didn't feel like setting that all up here, and and yeah, I changed the letterbox to be Metal Sonic for this one, and because the previous two episodes were Eggman. So yeah. Here I was starting to get a little bit worried, thinking what am I supposed to do? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to get the cockpit, because I was running low on rings. But then I somehow really killed them. I must say, having all the abilities and stuff you get unlocked, it really makes a difference on the gameplay wise, because yeah, you get so much stuff. It just makes the level so much easier to get through with the right materials you're using. And it also doesn't help, it's confusing because of the button layout here. Yeah, so there's that too. Alright, so and here I show all the equipment and that I got unlocked from that code. So yeah, that's cool and all. So I don't think I'll be able to show all of them, unfortunately, but oh well. But the Knuckles one I have used, and that one Tails just punches. I think the Shoes one there, I just think it makes you run a little faster. Yeah, I did test out a few of these to see how they work, and yeah. And yeah, that's what happened there, and doesn't agree to take me over there for the next one, and he always said to me, it was at this point here I was lost on what to, at that point I was lost on what to do, so I decided to do this part, but the thing is I already saved, so something about it was a little different. And you saw my history to watch here. I had at the bottom there were three videos too. One of them in the middle was a Captain Sparkles video of his house tour, and since he said he's moving out, which I've been considering doing one myself, but in Minecraft. So, well, will I be doing that? Wink, wink. I don't know. The answer is yes, but yeah, I don't want to get into detail on it. Yeah, it was at this point I figured out that the boss, it was at this point I figured out that the boss fight stayed dead after you've defeated them once. So at that point I was like confused on what to do. First ran to the end of to the right side of the screen thinking that would just let me exit the stage, but for some reason it didn't. And but it did let me go back for some reason. And I don't know why. Why? Because I mean, there's no way for me to get out of here if I could. Because I don't think I could be able to play through the entire stage backwards to get back up. Oh wow. Yeah, but turns out what I was supposed to do was go down to the dock and use that submarine again, but I didn't know you had to you could equip stuff to the submarine there. Okay, that's what I did not know. But now once I looked it up, I was like, oh my god, why didn't it tell me? Like, the thing with this game is that I like how it's like one big island in the map and you're going all over the place, but I wish it was just a little more straightforward. But, like how the 2D Mario games did it. Yeah, so this is where all the equipment is that you get unlocked as well. I haven't used all of these yet, but yeah, I used some of them. Like, the extra armor is a pretty good one to equip. And I also found out that there was some areas in this way that that will unlock you to different parts of the island. And so, yeah, because like there'll be some parts that will require you breaking some rocks in order to do that. And I was testing out all the abilities, like there are the mines and saw the missiles that it was in, so you get through all this stuff without taking damage. And yeah, the extra armor really helps. It's just like an invincibility for that last, I think, forever. I'm not sure, but yeah, I was supposed to go up this way to get to the next area, and I think there was another pathway that leads to another area, but I don't know what that is, so I could look it up, but maybe I'll try figuring it out on my own. Who knows? And we actually get a little bit of a boss fight here. Here on these little enemies on like a little carrier. And when I was first doing this here, I was confused. I'm like, do I hit the enemies here? Okay. So like, I was trying to get to the side to see if I could maneuver the missiles to hit them, but it turns out that wasn't the case. All I have to do was just shoot the bottom of the ship enough times and then it'd get destroyed. Right, so yeah. The thing with this game is that it's just so confusing to me. I just wish it wasn't so confusing. But yeah, so far out of all the games played, I would say Sky Patrol and Tails Adventure are the two worst ones. Cause I would take this over Sky Patrol any day, because at least you have full control of what you're doing. Because I'd rather have that than a game that is more straightforward, but you don't have as much control over what you're doing, and as well as being able to hit go into walls and not get instantly killed by them. Well, not actually go into them, just run up against into walls. Yeah, so that happens. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't even know what to say now, but I guess I can say this though. I actually did look how many Game Gear Sonic games there were, and turns out there are 12. All them that all the Game Gear games have been added to Origins Plus, and yeah, see there was the boat that I just finished. But yeah, I had no idea that there were only 12 Game Gear Sonic games. I thought there was like a few more that were missing from this. But yeah, and here's an example where I wish they would tell you, hey, you need this equipment to clear this stage, because I come up to this wall here and realize I can't break it with the equipment I have, so I changed it. So I had to change out to something else here, but before I did that, I looked around to see if there was anything around here that another way around that I could do. I mean, there kind of was, but there was wind preventing me from getting to some of those areas. So there was nothing I could have really done except exit the stage. And the worst part about this was that I had to redo that little, showing that ship again. You know what I mean? That wasn't as bad since I knew what to do, but because I didn't save for that. But oh well, it wasn't too bad, I guess. But luckily I made sure to save right after that. So yeah, I was trying like pretty much everything here, but until nothing happened. Yeah, I guess I didn't even try seeing if I could get out, leave the stage like that. I probably could have tried it, but I already exited out, so I didn't even bother to think about it because I was pretty frustrated. Now on to the last one here. Okay, well, I got the equipment that I needed to clear this now. And the problem, but then the next problem I had was just the fact that all the collectibles the equipment was found already with the code I used, so I wasn't sure what to do, if I was supposed to just get to the end of the stage or something, because I just didn't know. So I spent like a good amount of time just walking around here wondering, what do I do? When I didn't commentate over this part, so I guess I could unmute this here and we can get a little bit of. So yeah, we can get some music here. It was yeah. And yeah, what I was saying before is that looked up that there were actually only 12 Game Gear games for Sonic Game Gear games, that is. So yeah, Origins Plus brought in all of them here, so it's great. Right, so I'm not missing out on anything that is on the Game Gear. Yeah, but no. So that's nice, but although if it were me, I would have preferred some other games that weren't just Game Gear games, like the Genesis version of Spinball and 3D Blast, and as well as the Saturn version of 3D Blast. Yes, and maybe even some rare ones like Knuckles Chaotix or even Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, that one there was an arcade game, but this could have been a good opportunity to try to bring this to a console. And Knuckles Chaotix never has been re-released. It's only been on the Sega 32X, and could have also added a couple more like Sonic the Fighters or Sonic R. Because I mean, make sure it's like less titles than not 12 titles here. But see, that was what 1, 2. Let's see, wait. Yeah, it was like 5 titles there. Well, maybe 6 if you count the Genesis or Saturn version, and it has 2 separate 3D Blast has 2 separate games. And yeah, I know most of those have been re-released. At least the only ones those that happened are say Sonic the Hedgehog and Knuckles Chaotix. But everything else I know has been. And I think they're all on the Sonic Mega Collection, so well, not the Saturn version of 3D Blast, and I mean just the Genesis version. So yeah, so 4 of those are I know on Sonic Mega Collection, but I don't know how to unlock them because I barely played that game. I think all I did was play for all of Sonic 1 on there, and but yeah, aside from that, that's kind of it, mostly it there. Because yeah, I've been. So, I won't show I don't know if I'll show all of this game, this entire video here of me going through this here, but at least I'll show to where the end where you're supposed to go, and then you leave the stage. Wait, once you get the equipment that found at the end. It's yeah, and yeah, going the right, yeah. So in the next part of the stage here, and yeah, so many spikes here. I think the idea for this is that you're meant to fly through it, and I'm not sure you're supposed to get past that part legitimately, but what I found is just jump. It is just using the Sonic equipment just to spinball your way through it. And yeah, another thing I noticed too is that once you start flying after you take damage, your invincibility doesn't last as long as it should. Cause that kind of sucks. And yeah, see, like there, it didn't last as long as it should have, or maybe that is as long as it lasted, I can't remember. And hey, at this rate here, we're practically at the end of the stage. Yeah, okay, here I was like, I got to here and I was like, wait, where do I go from here? Do I go up? But there was wind preventing me from going up, and and yeah, I switched that thing there to take out the Hornet Hive, I guess. That's what it is. Then I thought maybe I could fly up through this tree trunk right here after I took out that enemy. Hey, I also, oh no wait, I backtracked a little bit to see what I could do, but I realized I was stuck there, so I just, yeah, so I killed that enemy, and then I flew up here. Yeah. And yeah, just getting it up across here to, yeah, okay, there. And yeah, I found out that opening there that used that little guy thing there to fly. Well, I don't know what you call this other thing. Thing that can go through one block holes. And yeah, I used this and found out a little spot here, and luckily all the enemies don't hurt. And yeah, the equipment would have been in that little area there here, but when I got here I was confused because I wasn't sure what to do next. So then I decided to I spent spent like 7 or so minutes just backtracking, looking through the stage, to seeing what else there is. Because my thought was I thought there was something I missed. because you like, like that mountain stage you did in the back. I was thinking that oh, there must be another way around, but I couldn't find out, and so yeah, pretty much the rest of this video was just me running around here looking confused on like where to go next here, but that's because I didn't know that the equipment would take you out of the stage once you collected it. So I think for the next 2 stages it's like that, and then yeah, and then I don't think it's something else after. So that's something that I'll have to keep in mind, because yeah, I'm certainly done was almost considering just not finishing this game here, but oh what, I'll just go finish it at least. But the real question is, can I finish Sonic Spinball for the Game Gear? I don't know, but only one way to find out is to do it. And yeah, they have throughout the stage there are points where you just fall through floors to certain areas, but yeah, once you fall through them, you can't go back up them. So that's something it's kind of annoying. But oh well. And here, yeah, that I found out a better way to get across was when I discovered a better way to get across that. Yeah, so, and yeah, I kept falling through that hole because it doesn't even look like there's a hole there. Because how am I supposed to know there's a hole there? I mean, sure, I've fallen down already, but it just doesn't occur to me right away that that's a hole that I can fall. There was a hole there. Yeah. But yeah. Oh well, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, it's fine, and saw an opening up there, but I couldn't get up there, unfortunately. And I just went back in a circle. So then I think that this one, I went back around over here to see if there was anything I missed. And yeah, and there was nothing really. Because this all just felt like one giant maze to me. I mean, granted, I like mazes, but I'm more familiar with like bush mazes or like the standard mazes that are kind of like bushes, or ones that are just a whole bunch of lines for the walls, like one of those you see on like a paper. You have to draw a line to get to the end, and so that's kind of my ideal for a maze. Or even a hedge maze, or even a corn maze for that matter. But oh well. Well, because yeah, I'm not sure how much more of this I'll go through here, but yeah. But hopefully next time things will go a little bit more smooth, especially since all the stages are unlocked. All I have to do is just really get to the end where the equipment would be, and then yeah, and then I could just exit the stage and go on to the next one. And then right, there was one part, for some reason there was one point here I kept trying to get to, and every time I failed I had to redo this part where I had to push the spring back to the hole, or to the opening for me to bounce up of. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was right between. Well, okay. First I tried going up there, but then I started trying to find that. Yeah. Okay. I did that and see if there was something up here, but there was like this tree log I saw before the part that takes you back to that spring part. There, and I thought, is there a way to get in there? But there wasn't. There was right that part there where that tree log to there is. But I tried to get there, but for some reason I couldn't find a way there, because there wasn't a way there, unfortunately. Yeah, but yeah, so we're practically at the end of this already. Let's see, okay, just 2 minutes left. See, so I guess we can just finish it off here and yeah. So let's just bring back over again, and we'll be back to live commentary next episode. Still have the Metal Sonic letterbox though, cause yeah, since might as well. Since everyone else has gotten more that had all the other letterboxes I've used so far have used more than one. So yeah, I mean, at least it also means I will have enough to use all the letterboxes I can switch between, so that we'll be able to see all of them. So that's good. But yeah, we're about to come up to the end here. I went back to where that other area over here, and then eventually died. So I guess we'll just start doing the outro here, I guess. So, yeah, okay, so yeah, that will be it. Yeah, we're coming up to the end here, so yeah, that will be it for this episode. So next time on Sonic Origins Plus, we shall hopefully finish up Tails Adventure and then go on to the next game, because I'm pretty much ready for this game to be over. I mean Tails Adventure, not Origins Plus, because yeah, still want to try out all the other games here. So yeah, I'll see you all next time.